Namaste! Namaste, Big Cat, Divine Feminine. It's your time. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Divine Feminine, Big Cat, guess what? You was the stone that the builder refused. And now you understand. It's a lesson in mastery, darling dears. Mastery as you gather your energies back to you, darling dears. You bring back your power grid to where it's supposed to be, at ground zero, darling dear. You, darling dears, are in the eye of the storm. You had no connections, faced adversity. They laughed at you. Your past was thrown all up in your face chakra. Yes, baby, all over your boat race. That's Cockney rhyming slang for face, darling dear. All over your boat race, it was. You realized no one is coming for you. No one's coming to save you, darling dears, except the Most High, Father God. Just saw 144 on the counter, darling dears. Chosen you be, darling dear. Chosen. You learned not to be around someone for their potentials, because it had you at what? Hockey sticks at dawn, weeping bitterly into your fist, darling dear. And possibly what? Your financials was on the kind of broke down kind of, oh my God, kind of a way. You broke generational curses, Divine Feminine. This is why you are what? Earmarked as the stone that will build a foundation, darling dears. You turned your enemies into your footstool, and you weren't even trying. You took the time to get great, darling dears. Get great! And you understand, Divine Feminine, to your core, your growth. You may feel as though you're not doing much, but you are, darling dears. You learn to walk alone. You embraced the DNS. You became Gandalf the White when you said this goes no further. It brings the envy, the jealousy, right? And uncomfortable circumstances. For whom? They, them, and darling dear. They, them, and The simpletons on the spiritual short bus, going past the sign that says you must not air forth past this point. They can't. They cannot. They can't what? Get their echo praxicon and copy your gangster. They can't handle your instinctive ability to bend the matrix, darling dear. Co-create in the name of the Most High, Father, God, Mother Isis. They don't understand. They want to know what you're doing. They would love to bring you back, right? To put you at hockey sticks at dawn. This is why Divine put you in that quiet space. You had to learn to overcome many things. People pleasing, addictions. Because you have to understand, some of your addictions was what? The outcome of circumstances you found yourself in. You possibly was smoking, drinking. I don't know if you was watching porn. You could have been what? A professional stalker, right? Trying to see what's going on in a bottom feeder's life. But you realize that is what? Basura. Not having it, mate, because I've got a headache. I got to get to the gym. The cross trainer is calling me. I told you, Big Cat, Divine Feminine. There's certain places you will find me. You'll find me consorting and communing with the Most High, Father, God, Mother Isis, out in nature. You'll find me at the bank, the beach, the gym, wrapped around my progeny. making sure they understand that what I went through was what the blueprint for what you're not going to go through, what is not going to touch you in your life. Why? I spend my time cluing them up, darling dear. I would hate to know that what I was remiss in my duty as a mother, as a big cat, as your best friend, not to give you all of the intel, the tools for you to get great. Anything I tell you, darling dears, become a keyboard gangster. Lean on your own understanding, but if it resonates with you, there's something that you need to fix or something that you're doing right, fist bump. Let's carry on, darling dears. We have no more time for the chit-chat because you know, no cards would touch the tableau because I'm full of intel at this moment in time as I tell you to embrace Matthew 5:30. What's that? If the right hand offends you, cut that bitch off. It may not grow back. Thank God. Thank God. You've got no time for the back, front, neck stabbing family members, the two-faced snakeozoid friends, those disingenuous partners with the community genitalia, darling dear, the community cocky, or the community what panani, darling dear. You haven't got time for that. You'd rather what? Break your own self off before you put yourself back up in what? The lion's den, darling dear. And I'm not talking about a big cat. I'm talking about a lion, blood. A lion and a cheetah. And they've got 2 feet, not 1. You have to get mad, big cat. You have to get crazy. Come through, seal. Posh, clap. You have to get angry and realize that the portion that was served to you was served with what skullduggerous paws. Know this, big cat. Know this. If you can't get angry, I will bring that heat for you, darling dears, because you need to turn around and see how far you've come. See how you bent the matrix. See how your bank account is fat. And you have to move in silencio. Yes, baby. You are the cornerstone. You are worth more than diamonds and gold. Proverbs 31:10. As a feminine, if you are a feminine watching, a female watching this, you have to realize that you have the what? Seat of empires. Women have been kidnapped, right? Raped. All of these things for their seat of empires and empires, darling dears. Your seat where you deliver the emperors and the empresses from. You need to realize that you're sitting on a gold mine, blood. And that energy, when it's not being wasted on a bottom feeder who is skullduggerous and always up to skullduggery, blood, you can what? Transmute that energy. It's shaped like a grail for a reason, darling dear. For a reason. Don't just take me at my word. Find it out for yourself. I'm only here to be a pointer, not a picker. Let's call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides, as above so below, from Ketha to Malkuth. Namaste. So be it, moat. Energies, up, big cat, as we dive into these peccadillos, because I feel that someone hasn't got the what? They didn't get the memo of how great they are. Right. Let's dive in, big cat. Let's dive in. We're going to get the ancestral message straight off the bat. Oh, this broke. Anytime you see a band break, an elastic band break, it means something is broken for you, darling dear. Your generational curse. Wrong thinking. Base of the deck. Look, I can't make it up. You've got Lilith. I tell you all the time, big cat. Your birth natal chart is your blueprint given to you from the Most High. There is no 2 charts that are the same. Not exactly, darling dear. You did the shadow work. This is why you are the foundation of an empire. Doesn't matter if it's an empire of one, you're doing great, darling dear. Great, fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Lovely. Scarred medicine. The reason why this one's come up, some of you still have addictions that you need to let go. I understand that some of it, it stops you from overthinking. But divine, when Father God calls you and tells you to put down something that is not furthering your greatness, pay attention, big cat. Some of the emotions that will come up when you put aside what is keeping you in a low vibing kind of a way, darling dears, you're gonna cry some tears. I'm talking about the ugly cry. Even though you said you'd never do it again, but you're crying because you was hiding from those emotions and feelings. Your ancestors, way shows, and spiritual guides wants to put the sacred medicine in you, darling dear. But you have to be willing to let go of what's holding you back. Can't you see a snake round its neck nearly choked out his throat chakra? Now my nose is running. Someone's got a runny nose. What kind of a habit have you got? Good God. I tell you to dispel it immediately. Where's my tissues? Just a second, big cat. Best out than in, darling dear. We need to do the Matthew 10:14, darling dear. Dust off our sandals and head out. Tinky winky styly. I told you how you do it. How? With the slow, quick, slow. Leave the dull-eyed ones in the background, darling dear, as they try to get their echopraxic on. Kung Fu Panda! Hiya! You try to sneak up on me. Listen, I'm in my workout gear. I'm ready for it. Streamlined and ready to go. Because you're a brave spirit, darling dear. And favor favors the brave, darling dear. It's one of our 8 bushy Arides. We are righteous, courageous, compassionate. We respect our power, darling dear. Because once you realize that you are Khaleesi or Khal and you hold the whip, darling dear, you have to respect it. Because you can crush your enemies to such a state that they can't recover. You ain't got the time or the hairline for that, darling dear. We are seekers of greatness. Our fifth reading is the truth, darling dear. There's no higher court than the truth. But you must tell it to yourself. We saw the Lilith facing your shadow sides, clearing up a thing or two. The 7th one, darling dear, is loyalty. Right up there with honesty and honor. And the 8th one is so that you exemplify the other 7 rules, blood, on a daily basis. Nothing good, right, comes easy. You have to work for it. You may have been earmarked as the stone that they refused. But you are great, darling dears. And if you have any powers running out, let me quickly plug you in, darling dears. You can't have that. Your task is to embody the 7 rules on a daily basis, darling dear. You make it fresh and new. You see the stag behind you. You also have a waxing gibbonous moon in your background. This is about you observe so that you can align with what the universe wants to gift you with. The best subject to observe is yourself, darling dear. Knowing thyself. Base of the deck. Past life healing. Told you, whatever you was going through, you are a healer. You are Hioka. This is an inspiration for you to know that you are not alone. You feel as though you was wrong with around the wrong people. Bottom feeders, bottom feeding. Yeah. You have what it takes to bend the matrix. You have what it takes to heal from all past lives, past energy, anything from the past. But you have to, if you've got addictions, you have to put them down and you have to feel every one of those feelings. You have to, because otherwise it's just dampened down. And otherwise you will still be a beacon for a bottom feeder who is skullduggerous to the core. Know this. room. See what else is going on while we're here. I was about to say the rooms don't want to come out. Boom, it was waiting for the right one. What did I just say? This is the High Priestess, Pertho. Your intuition is off the chain, darling dear. Divine is going to be giving you downloads that you must act on immediately. Don't hitch, don't question it, just do it, darling dear, because it will be something that you would not normally think about, something that you would not normally do, but it's for your healing and it's for your greatness. You have to allow the sacred medicine to run through you, darling dears. You have to. Pertho is represented by the letter P, darling dear. Everybody went through their swear words. I feel them just nearly fell out of my own mouth chakra. Not doing it. Not. It's represented by the numbers 8, 9, 10, and 11. And the letter P. We heard vulgar, darling dear. Something is vulgar and needs to go. And you can't hitch. The High Priestess also comes with secrets, darling dears. It also speaks about you as dealing with secretive people. Good God. In some cases, you will be taking down a whole nation. The nation that you thought you was one of the multitude. You are not, darling dear, as you step away. And what they wished for you, darling dear, is the map of their own life. Because your energy is not there. And that energy has to go somewhere, darling dears. Not on you, because it's boomerang season. You've got the scarred medicine. And Divine wants you to be brave. Right. Let's carry on. I don't know why I take this. It doesn't go anywhere. Where do we look? Here. A career, darling dear. Something stable. You need to look at how you're working on things, what you're doing with your life. I told you already, darling dears. We have what? Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, the 11th house, and it also speaks about friends, darling dear. How many of us have them? Put your third eye on bitches and mitches. Not everybody deserves that title. They need to go to what? Associate, or I didn't know that person, doing the full-on Mariah Carey. They want you to have a look at your career, darling dears. The planetary energies today. Mercury is grounded in Taurus, darling dear, the 2nd house. Go to your birth natal chart. Find out where Taurus is in your chart. It will give you the tools to work out the day. Because why? Mercury is grounded in Taurus, and it's Lord Jesus, stop it. Let me a tongue twister, right? As I said, Mercury is grounded in Taurus, and it's Earth's trine to Pluto in career boosting Saturn today. Can be the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen, big cat. Your brain power is impressive during this masterful trine. A trine is lovely, gorgeous, and fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Remember that asking for advice and favors from people who are in key positions to help you, right, isn't a sign of weakness. And I'm talking about you don't go to what? A hater to ask them how to do your hair. You look like what? Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, you end up looking like one of his works of art. You don't go to the butcher to ask about financial advice. Use your intuition, darling dear. Use your intuition. Let's see who's in the chat before we press on. I know you're here, Kung Fu Panda. I know you're here. Portia, see you. Pinkies up. I am Justice Rising 144. Big Cat Wave. Who else is here? God Lee. Hello, Lee. Pinkies up. Dallas Welch. A new face in this place. Or it's the first time you've commented. Comment, darling dear. Who else is here? Love Regardless, Oracle, 7100, Windell, Blunt, hey, Wagwan, Fist Bump, I didn't know if to give you a wave or a bash, listen, Bonita Ballerina, Audra Dye, Chrissy Love, I see you all, Anisha, Saunders, Big Cat Wave, or who else is there? Let me keep going quickly, Lisa Marie, and anyone else who I haven't mentioned? Namaste, who's that? Jeanette, JG, hi. Anyone else? Namaste, because you know I can be a chatty cat and we've got things to be getting to because I've got the cross trainer to get to. And it's not in my domicile. I only have what? The only thing I have here is my workout videos, my yoga mat, my treadmill, my bike, and my kettlebells. I don't have a cross trainer. I have to leave the domicile. This is also about intuitive guidance, darling dear. Pay attention to the downloads. It also speaks about you sitting in front of the tree of life, having done the fool's journey. Divine is buffing up your third eye to a bitch in shine to realize that you was put as the stone, as you was put, the builder put you as the stone that they refused, darling dear, to hide your light, to hide you. You are unique. Be unapologetic about whom you are. On this Malkuth, be you. Everyone else is taken. And most of them are skullduggerous. And they need to be taken away. If it was up to me, they'd all be in handcuffs, darling. They're handcuffs. Base of your deck, we've got the star. It speaks about healing as well as a miracle coming towards you. It also speaks about a platform, someone being recognized on a platform. You may have what? A website. You may even what? Be given a promotion in your job, darling dear. But it's going to be a field, a pool that you're going to have to what? Get more intel. You move in silence. Some of you will be given promotions in your job, your work life, darling dear, and you haven't got a clue what to do. You shut your mouth and you get your head down. You work in silence, darling dear. God put you in that position. So therefore you must hold your gangster. What you're moving away from? We've got an emperor, darling dear. This is past energy. This is also you standing in your authority. Boss up mode, darling dear. Aries and Mars energy. It also speaks about protecting and providing. Maybe you've been the protector and provider of yourself this whole time, darling dear. But you was getting a bit confused because of the what? The Agent Smith affiliates, darling dear. Those sent from the crevice of the devil's balls. Yeah. The ones that caused the havoc. And what? Weird on your hairline, blood. I told you, your hairline is so important, especially when you need to put the past behind you like a ponytail, divine feminine. This also speaks about what? In the past, you moved away from someone who was either a husband material, or someone you anticipated being a husband. This was a solid foundation for you because you didn't realize whom you were. This is also you what? Stepping into authority, darling dear, claiming dominion over yourself. You are so big in them streets, darling dear. You're what? An emperor and the empress. You're a kingpin and a queenpin. Knowing your worth, darling dear, and adding tax. This is you working hard. This is you getting your head down. This also speaks about success and accolades. You're coming off the back of some kind of career success or a spiritual success, darling dear. This also speaks about what? Pay no attention to those that wish that they could come through and control you again. You mind your own business. You give them a solid love and light. That's two of these and one of those. Because I'm telling you, once you've left certain circumstances, darling dear, and you dare to try and go back to see what's going on with these marauders, they'll try and drag you back to hell by your hairline. Clarify the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles. The firm decision, darling dear, to put your head down is about to give you emotional fulfillment. This is a wish that is about to be granted unto thee. The Two of Swords speaks about you having to make a choice. Some of you will be making a choice over the next. The number 8 just went into my mind. The next 8 days is crucial for you, darling dears. Making sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. Base of the deck. We've got the Chariot. This is something coming towards you at a hot trot. It also speaks about your spiritual ascension, darling dear. Knowing your worth and adding tax. You realize that certain peasants can't approach your throne. Why? Because they come with the confusion, blood. And you can't deal with the confusion. It doesn't go with what you've got going on. And on this picture, we have what? A waning gibbous moon. It speaks about introspection, darling dear. Again, the high priestess energy. Go within, darling dear. Go within and don't drop breadcrumbs because you don't want no bottom feeder following you in there, mate. You want to be alone inside. Yourself, darling dear. Yourself. Clarify this, Emperor, as you continue to boss up on Mitches and bitches, building your own foundation. Look! Look at this. A professional mistress. The High Priestess in the reverse, darling dear, is what? Someone who has their what? Panani or futum in the air like a gang sign. And it also speaks about what? A hell with harlot ways. If this was the Emperor that you had to turn your back on and focus on your mental health for, darling dear, you didn't turn your back on anything fabulous, gorgeous, or lovely. Let's get another card for that. Are we going with the Kipper? It says no. I don't like this confusion when I'm on a roll. Right, is this the right one? Okay. This reverse Empress. Oh! I mean, look, cut them flipping cords, blood. You need to do some more clearing work, right? Because you have to be the agent of karma, darling dears. I know it's another task, but this one is going to get you great, darling dears. Cut the cords. You never finish cutting the cords. Because if you are getting out of addictive behaviors, guess what's going to raise up? All of the situations that you need to be away from. And it also speaks about what? Protecting your energy. Somebody who could have been a third party in your situation that stopped the progress going forward. Thank God they stopped it, because you was going nowhere with what? A bottom feeder. With tree slough ways. I told you this already. You had to rebel. And again, we are in what? Venus Friday, darling dears, as we slide into our spiritual baths, leading with a strong Psalms 91. Psalms 121. What's that? As I lift my eyes to the hills, from whence will my help come? Your help comes from the Most High, Father God. This also represents the Emperor. Psalms 51, and we'd like to double down with a quick Proverbs 31:10. Base of the deck, skeet, skeet. This is about you having a clear mind. Some of you have got new ideas of co-creating a new business. This also could be what? The contracts or the plans for building a new home. But it also speaks about somebody's moving to a new home. You had to choose between two, darling dears. But where you're going to, darling dear, you're not going to be there for long, darling dears. This is about moving again. It's the move before the move. Base of the deck. Emptying out that cup of hopium and bull swanky, darling dears. That cup of fucking ease that has you going nowhere. This also speaks about what? If you could continue to sit in a confused state, darling dears, because turning over the cup again is about what? Getting rid of addictive behaviors that you still have, divine feminine. I wouldn't be speaking about it if that energy wasn't in this room with us. Come on, big cat. There's things that you need to let go, because you're avoiding what? The healing that divine wants to bring into your life. The what? The sacred medicine. A situation that blocked off your creativities, darling dears. This also speaks about loss of a child. You could have miscarried in this situation. Why? This person was choosing between two and gave you a little what? A little something in your seat of emperors and empresses. Why you wasn't able to carry this pregnancy through. Yes, big cat. The Ace of Cups on its face, darling dears. This also speaks about what? Repressed emotions, darling dears, that need to be released in order for you to get your wish fulfillment. This goes to 10 of Cups. Emotional happiness, darling dears. Emotional well-being. Pardon me. Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. That's a spiritual belch, because I speaks the truth. Roof. Pinkies up. Let's carry on as I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoked, blood. Me not get smoked. I told you, big cat. Divine feminine, you are a lotus. A lotus flower. You are able to bloom in the dirtiest of waters, but you have to realize your greatness and what you bring to the table. 8 of Pentacles is power grid, blood. You know how to do the hard work, but divine wants you to what? Do the work on yourself. Yourself, darling dear. Divine wants you to cut the cords from the negative statements and actions that was perpetrated against you, because you was born to win, darling dear. This is why those that came into your hemisphere, their life was upgraded just by being around you, darling dear. Those with the forked tongue that they use to scrape across the devil's balls before they come and tell you what's going on. And they want you to believe what they're saying. This Agent Smith affiliate. This one wants to come off. And this pain, the mouth breathers, good God, they're watching you, darling dear. Trying to get your gangster, trying to get your pattern when you was patterned up by the Most High. Fist bump. Nine of Cups clarified with the World card. In order for you to get this new beginning, this fresh new start, darling dear, as I said, in order to get your wish fulfillment, you have to face something in your shadow side that you are still hanging on to, darling dears. Only you know what that is. Only you know what that is. Right? Cutting them off. And the World card also speaks about the hillbilly investigations, right? As they watch you bend the matrix. Some of you need to be getting out there and exercising more, darling dears. I'm hearing sauna, I'm hearing steam. It's about the pamperation of it all, darling dears. No one's ever regretted a workout. I've never heard of it. Have you? Who's ever regretted working out? World card. Ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new chapter in your life, darling dears, as divine gives you what you truly deserve. We have the Libra energy. This is justice, darling dear. But you have to do the work in order to be paid in full. Base of the deck, darling dear. Divine wants to give you a new perspective on life. Realize that you've given back the wood. This is about you listening to your spiritual downloads. His head is highlighted and so is the one on the chariot, darling dear. Paying attention, it speaks about success and moving forward. The Hangman in reverse speaks about no longer being delayed or stuck. They don't want you to be stuck, right, on past things that went on in your life, darling dear. This is about you understanding that you was dealing with bottom feeders and it was a funeral. It wasn't a relationship, because if you was crying like this, it was a funeral and there was the lead pole bearer in your life. Base of the deck, Ten of Pentacles, breaking generational curses, darling dear. This also speaks about wealth, darling dear. So as I said, some of you are going to be getting a promotion and you don't know how to do the job, darling dear. I told you. Arse down, head up. Was it? Head down, arse up, right? And wing it like a boss. This is about finding out the what? Secret information. Don't ask your colleagues or co-workers because they don't believe you deserve that space. When God makes you a space, darling dear, what do? You spread out your butt cheeks on that seat, that throne, and you work it like a boss. What you don't know, you find out in silencio. I'm also hearing, look at the work of the previous person that held that space. Look at how they did something, how they actioned it out. Fine tune it, darling dears. Fine tune it. Because you have a what? King of Wands looking at you. Somebody who wants you to be, whoa, Jesus, Lord, my God, whoa, hey, it's a hoe. When I see a hoe, I know a hoe. Listen. The one that's got the soul ties all over them, darling dear. The King of Wands always looks back into the past where you was vulnerable, where you was able to be pulled about like taffy. It also speaks about a multitude. It could be as many as 8 people, darling dear, that don't wish goodness on you. They wish badness in your life, darling dear. And if you allow this King of Wands character, they're charming, darling dear. They look good. Listen, they look fabulous, gorgeous. They know how to put themselves together. They know how to chop it up, darling dear. But anything you hear will be what they thought about in the crevice of the devil's balls. This is to chain you to a situation where you have no spiritual protection. The 7 of Wands in the upright is being spiritually protected. They don't want you to be able to stand up for yourself. They want you to be what? A mindless immobile being pulled about like taffy. Listen, we don't like the devil's balls, darling dear. We was there for a time, right? Until we wasn't. Knight of Wands, this is about you cutting that energy off. Whether it's a friend, a family member, whomsoever it be to you. On the table so far, we've got 1, 2, 3 people. It also speaks about whomsoever you are no longer what? Vulnerable to, darling dear. They are obsessively jealous of you. What did I say about the hillbilly investigations? Give them something to talk about, darling dear. I don't mean literally, but keep winning, divine feminine. Keep winning. Live in your north node. Get your birth natal chart. Clue yourself up. It's when you get the birth natal chart, I know it looks like Swahili written in Japanese in the dark. But when you are a seeker of intel and you are diligent, right? Proverbs 12:24, things will be revealed unto thee. This energy, this past energy, would love to come back because you're winning, darling dear. As far as they're concerned, they would love to come and get a piece of your pie. But they come with what? Fake love. Straight up to your face. Come through, Drizzy. Posh, clap. Wanting you to move on. It wants you to realize how great you are. That your emotional fulfillment must come from within thee. First and foremost. Fill up your own cup, right? Look. Divine has gifted you with strength, darling dear. This is about you not being slipped off of your flip-flop, moving forward, right? From a marriage. I told you, it's right next to the Ace of Cups on its... That wasn't a marriage. It wasn't. One hand can't clap on its own, darling dear. And this person was a what? A devil's advocate, darling dear. A devil's advocate. A little finger. That loved the snake attacks. And as I said, this person is still going through what? Low vibing ways. Possibly in a situation that they're tied up with what? Sexual soul ties. That's their business, blood. Right? Oh, and what did I say? Look what fell on the cup in reverse. You had a missed pregnancy in this situation. You had a miscarriage. Or miscarriages. It could have been something that they put into your seat of emperors and empresses. Or it could be the words. Because the King of Wands is fiery with their words, darling dear. Shape-shifting and mean. They are soulless. Yes, baby. Look at this. Graveyard Watusi. They wanted you brown bread, darling dear. And it also speaks about trying spell work to manifest you back. The King of Wands has knowledge of what? Occult knowledge, darling dear. Occult knowledge. What do we say about wanting to equal given? Listen, baby. Whomsoever they be, darling dear. They're in court on Kifa or Malkuf. You possibly even had to call the police on them. And they're in spiritual prison. This don't look good. And you must mind your own business. Because the King of Wands will what? Scream out like a newborn baby when they're not getting what they want. If you hear of this King of Wands, darling dear, you must understand they're in a situation where they are king. King of what? Bottom feeders. They are controlling the whole situation. We've got divination on its face, darling dear. A lot of false information that has been put out, darling dear, and you already know this. You know this. This person or people are not telling the truth of a situation. You're also going to be hearing of someone being arrested, darling dear. This is about corporate theft, possibly why you got the position. Base of the deck, right? Taking control of your life. You took your life back on the 10 of Pentacles because of the details. And divine is saying that you have decisions to make. Somebody's stumbling over their words. It's a stuttering bastardo. That is basura. Somebody's here that's not meant to be. We'll stay, but don't comment because we'll be on you. Oh my God. The moderators ain't ramping over here, karmic. We see you, but be quiet. This is about you understanding how great you are, darling dear. Giving yourself the true healing that you need. Right? Look what's underneath that. Light your own fire, blood. Light your own fire. This is sacral chakra energy. Your sexual, you're sensual. And you look good. You don't look like what you've been through. You've got what? A volcano's what? Erupting at your back. I told you. It's all going around at the King of Wands mud hut. 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue. It's got nothing to do with you. But the energy is still being directed at you, darling dears. Divination in reverse also speaks about whatever they saw in a reading or heard from it. Because they're getting readings on you, darling dears. They're getting readings. They didn't like what they saw. They wanted you to look. Look what got left on the table. The hillbilly investigators, the mouth breathing of it all, darling dears. Makes me feel what? Like peeling off my skin. All they want to do is spy. Where's my wellness deck? Let's get some final messages before we push off to get great, darling dear. What other intel does the big cat do? Oh, what did I tell you? The back front neck tabbers, they get no S blood. They go straight for all the chakras. And then try and stab you in your brain. This speaks about someone, what? Heartbreak. They're going through heartbreak and pain at this moment. Imagine that. The King of Wands, all they wanted for you, darling dear, is happening to them. They're having a shock attack. They've been stabbed in their own back chakra. Good God. By a girl who's with a snake. They got themselves into what? What's it say there? Let me just buff up my eye chakras. It says here what? A narcissist paradigm, right? Being charmed or used, right? Whomsoever this King of Wands is, they found themselves at Hawkeye Sticks of Dawn, right up there in the mud hut. Base of the deck. Continue your new life, darling dear. This is about you. What? Not talking to that motherfucker. Listen, I don't say motherfucker, but I gotta say it today. You don't bring back these karmic energies. You cannot, divine feminine, get any form of healing in a situation that broke you. You have to understand, when you leave people behind, you may go back and dip your toe in that water, but they haven't changed. They haven't changed. They're just looking for another way to what? Hoodwink you. All while you're living your best life, darling dears. Your best life. Again, I have to task you with what? Making sure that if you have any addictive behavior, you nip that shit in the bud, because divine wants to give you true healing. True healing. What about this stabbed in the back? Got stabbed in the back, did they? Oh, they thought they had all the aces. When it was what? A hand of doppelgang shiznai. F shit, darling dear. F shit. Look, I can't make it up. Divine wants you to put down addictive behaviors or actions. Put them down, darling dear. Right? It's about what? Creating boundaries, darling dear, on your damn self. And I don't mean to say damn, but you know what I mean. Big cat, come on. The snakes, darling, they're straight out of Slytherin. This what? Hoodwinker, Littlefinger, or Lord Voldemort. They want to come back. Some of them will be coming what? To offer you a ring. Good God, you want that ring? It's like a ball and chain. You don't want no ring from him, because they'll try and what? Get you back by offering you marriage, offering you all of the things that they could have offered you, right? When they was in your face. They're coming to offer and engage you in a new friendship. But remember, when you look back at the pictures, if you take them back, it'll be you standing next to the snake. You and the snake sharing what? A sandwich. You and the snake going to the shopping center. Yes, the shopping mall. Don't take them back. It says here what? Competition, enemy, right? Look over your shoulder, blood. It says it all. I'm not making it up, right? And it says the other woman. We already saw the high priestess on her face. I told you, a professional mistress, never anybody's wife. Always got their panania footum in the air like a gang sign. And they've got algae in their fur. And they're obsessively jealous of you, darling dear. Because you're engaging and you're ascending. Whatever you're doing, darling dear, you hold the ring. One ring rules them all. We're getting great Game of Thrones up in this bitch. All while we're doing a bit of Latin, darling dear. Because you are what? Bona fide. And you are being gifted with healing, but you have to take it. Pay attention. Pay attention. All what they did to you, darling dear, they're going through it. They're getting it, mate. They're getting it without the Vaseline. Do we go back to these cards? No? Something was face up, so that was already a message. What did I say? Them I got through it. Hellfire and Powder House. That's their business, blood. You have to remember, karma is not discriminatory, darling dears. We don't go back, right? What do? We kick ass and take names and eat the wounded. 4 and a 5 is what? The hermit, darling dear. Isolation is key in order for you to what? Ascend. And it also speaks about patience and the waiting game, darling dear. Being patient, right? And keeping your pinkies up, darling dear. No matter what the circumstances, we see at 12, this is the Hangman. Some of you feel like your blessings are being delayed. They're being delayed because you need to get certain addictive behaviors out of your character, out of your life, and you have to go through the withdrawal of it all. You have to do it, right? Use your psychic abilities, darling dears. We are all gifted. We are all gifted. Use your intuition to guide you to your healing, divine feminine, because you are what? The cornerstone that's going to be the foundation of everything. I ain't seen nothing yet, right? You're getting an epiphany now. Again, we see it on a 9. Hermit. Continue to isolate yourself from a situation. This is the Gemini energy. The Lovers, the 2 and the 4. It speaks about what? Partnerships, true partnerships. Divine wants you to make the right choices. Divine wants to light your fire and gift you what? Buff up your creativities, darling dears. And you must pay attention to, pay not one fig of attention to what's going on behind your shapely back. Lord 16, you've already turned it. You've done the Matthew 10:14, dusted off your sandals. But there's something that is keeping you hitched up, darling dears. You need to go into that mirror, do your Lilith, your shadow work, base of the deck, because you're on the edge. 33 speaks about what? Law 33 and knowing your opponent. It's also the age of Jesus and Bob Marley, ascended masters. Bob Marley said, man will sell you out for 2 shillings and a pearl, darling dear. Trust not in man, you trust in the unseen. And you will know that you're getting great. Why? Because your power grid will ignite everything in your hemisphere. Continue to what? Wield that soul, darling dear. And divine wants you to tell the truth to yourself in order for you to have this new beginning. This goes to what? 14, darling dear. Temperance. You're an earth angel. It also speaks about spiritual protection. You're being protected by your ancestral team. But you have to tell the truth to yourself, darling dear. This releasing of whatever addiction it may be, darling dear, you're going to go through hellfire and powder house, but keep going. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, never backwards, darling dear. Forward. Go through it and do it one time. We don't do rinse and repeat. We haven't got time for that. None of us know the day, the minute, or the hour. What's this? Continue to give them your shapely back. You've already let go of certain situations. And move in silence as only a big cat can. Again, we go to a 9. Isolation, darling dear, in certain situations is key. But full isolation, law 18. We have to go out there. I know you're an ambivert, divine feminine. I'm an ambivert, but we have to go out there into the unwashed Malkuth. You have to. You've got Cancer energy, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? This is water energy, again, about your intuition, your emotions. You're going to go for a very emotional time, but you have to understand, fortune always favors the brave, darling dear. This is on a 19, sun energy, raising the bar in your vibrations. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel. You will not only get to the light, you will pass through it. We see the 7. What's that? The chariot energy, darling dears. Progress and winning. And as you continue to win, they want hockey sticks at dawn. They want to bring you back to what you've overcome. Cord cutting is always necessary, darling dears. It's an essential when you're a divine feminine and a big cat. Noof node, me say. Noof node, you say. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support of me and this channel. Your donations, your bookings, and your comments, darling dears. Please hit the thumbs up button, right? So you will be notified when I'm kicking the way through these tarot streets again. And as I always say, don't get smoked. Don't smoke yourself. Good God, no. Perish the thought. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.